Okay, 3rd and 4th graders, we are going to be doing our pumpkin project this week. It will take us about 1 class period to do this. It might run into another class period, but I'm hoping to get this done today. So if you are in 3rd grade, you will be doing warm or cool colors. If you are in 4th grade, you're going to be doing analogous colors. So my warm colors I have here, orange, yellow, and red, happen to be analogous colors also on the color wheel, red, orange, and yellow. So the very first thing we're going to do, let's go over our all of our supplies. You will have a ruler, you will have scissors, you will have glue, you will have construction crayons, and you will have these cool border ideas, because we will be creating a border around our pumpkin. So the very first thing we're going to do, you also have texture plates and magic crayons to texture your pumpkin pieces. So I'm going to lay the plate under my paper, and if you notice, Ms. Rucker is moving her paper across the plate, not the plate. I am moving my paper. It just seems a little bit easier that way. And I'm just going to rub, and this is just going to create a cool textured background over the pumpkin. And the magic crayons, it's a mystery color, so you have no idea what color is going to come out, so I thought that was kind of cool to do our texture with. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, maybe I want these leaves on one of mine. I think I'm going to do that next. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Okay, so now I've got my really cool textured pumpkin pieces. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to fold our pieces of paper in half. And when you fold it in half, we are actually going to be creating a pumpkin. We're just going to draw half of it, because when we open it, it's going to give us a perfectly symmetrical pumpkin. Now, you may fold it hamburger, or you may fold it hot dog. It just depends on what size you want your pumpkin. He will be tall and skinny if you do it this way, and he will be short and fat if you do it this way. And what you're going to do is you are going to create, the very first thing we're going to do to get that stem, because pumpkins have stems, we are going to do like an upside down L on your paper, and you want it kind of big. And then we're just going to swing out, and make sure you swing out to almost the tip of the paper. We don't want to waste any paper, so we want to go almost to the tip and then swing back around. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing with these. Maybe this one I want tall and skinny, so I'm going to fold this tall and skinny. Now this is important. When you do this, make sure you are doing your L on the folded side, like a book. Do not do it on this side. It's not going to work. You're going to have pieces, and then you're just going to have to glue them together. It's going to be a little mess. So make sure that when you do your L, make sure you can open it like a book, and we're going to do it on the folded side. So I'm going to do that upside down L, and I'm going to come all the way. I'm going to swing out almost to the edge of the paper, and then I'm going to pull it around. Same thing here. And I think I want this one to be short and fat. So, all right, again, I'm going to do that upside down L. I want a pretty big size stem, so I want to come out. And then remember, you're going to swing all the way out. This way I don't have to cut out tracers. This way I know that your pumpkins are going to be big enough. Do not do this. We don't want a pumpkin like this, or you're going to have a lot of wasted paper. Okay, so the very next thing you're going to do is you are going to make sure your paper is closed. And I am actually going to hold my paper with the folded side down, and I'm just going to cut around my stem. I'm going to cut all the way around. And when I open it, I will have a perfectly symmetrical pumpkin. Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to do the rest of my pumpkins. Okay, so I've cut out my pumpkins. I have my beautiful analogous or warm colored pumpkins, and I'm actually going to just set these to the side. I don't need them right now, so I'm going to set them to the side. And now I'm going to work on my border because I want a really pretty border that goes around my paper. So the very first thing you're going to do, I actually pulled out some rulers for you to get a really good straight edge. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a border around my paper, a straight line border. So what I'm going to do, and you can pick any color, it doesn't matter, I'm going to hold my ruler to the edge of the paper and I'm just simply going to trace. And I'm going to do the same thing this way. Hold my ruler straight. And do the same thing at the bottom. And the same thing on the side. I'm just going to hold it on the very edge, and voila. I've got a nice border. So now I'm going to use my construction paper crayons to create some beautiful lines and patterns around my pumpkin. So maybe I want to do these wavy lines with the dots. So I'm just going to go inside and do a wavy line. You can use many different colors, and then maybe I want to put some blue dots all the way in it, all the way across. And maybe I want to do some pink hearts in the corner. All right, so I'm going to pause it. I'm going to do some of these borders and show you what it's going to look like when I am done. Okay, so now I've created my border, and I'm really happy with that. So I did all kinds of different lines, patterns. I did some leaves on this side. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to glue my pumpkins down, and you can glue them however you would like. So I'm going to glue the big one down first. That's probably a smart idea. Let's go ahead and get the big one down. And I like to glue my piece not on my paper because then I have more choice of where I can put it. If I put glue down on the black paper, then I have to glue something in that spot. So I like to have more choice into where I glue my pieces. Make sure you get the edges, the stem, and I think I'm just going to slant him this way. And some of your border might be covered up, and that's okay. And I think I want it like that. So I'm going to glue, again, I'm doing my pieces, not the paper, because I might change my mind. I might want to add him somewhere else, and I can do that if I've glued my piece. I'm going to slant it that way. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this one here. Now I'm going to add my curved line. So I'm going to get a black, and I'm actually going to start in the center, and I'm going to curve this way, and then I'm going to do an opposite curve because pumpkins have curves around them. So I'm going to curve, and you don't want too many, no more than about 3 or 4. And you want it to be kind of symmetrical. If I do 3 on this side, I need to do 3 on this side. I'm going to start in the center, and that's okay. Some of this doesn't show. That's okay. Let's bring that down. We might want to do the curves first. And then I'm going to go down. 1, 2. So I've got 2. Maybe I want to add a third one. Perfect. No more than that. You don't want too many lines. Okay, I'm going to come to the center, opposite curves. You just go back and forth. That helps you also to be symmetrical. And voila. And then I'm going to do my little finishing touch, and I'm just going to come to the center of the stem, and I'm going to do some little curly cues. I love these little loop-de-loos. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction, and you can have them go however you would like. Curly cues, curly cues. And I think I want to go back over it with a different value. Remember how I told you if you use different values, it'll really pop it out. So maybe I want to go over it in a light green. Okay, so this will be your finished piece. I cannot wait to see what you create. Have fun.